The enV Touch does decent with music thanks to a 3.5mm stereo headphone jack. I'm going to pull up the VCast Music store. You can shop for music directly on the phone, download directly to the phone. Also supports Rhapsody and sideloading. Go to My Music, and you can see the songs we've already downloaded and purchased. You can create playlists on the fly. You can switch from track to track, and when you move to the external screen, everything still works. And you have a little control here so you can see what's playing, and so you can access it easily. We're going to press this button in the upper left-hand corner of the keyboard to bring up our favorite contacts. You see you can move around with the D-pad, or you can use the number keys on the keyboard. Easily view the contact. It's also easy to add contacts to the favorites. Go through here, you can add a contact individual or a group. We'll add that test account. Now, one of the complaints I have with it though is once we've got it added, you would think that if we were to hit the center button it would give us a list of options of things we could do. Instead we get this kind of cryptic message, and then we can text or video and that kind of thing, but not call. Overall it's just a little bit odd. It's not as useful as it could have been, I suppose. I'm going to pull up the browser, which is quite nice considering this large high-res display. Got a 3G data connection here, not a particularly strong one as you can see, but I'm going to hit the left soft key here, bring up the navigation controls. We're going to go enter in the address manually, and as luck would have it, the history is also shown. We can just choose from there, pull up the Mobile Burn website. You'll see it does a pretty decent job of rendering the site the way it's supposed to look, even if it doesn't come down super fast. There you can see the full page. Looks pretty much like you would expect. Navigating with the D-pad isn't as easy as it could be, but fortunately that's what the touchscreen's for. Touchscreen works in both orientations. For a lot of sites it's going to look better in landscape mode like this though. You can see that there's support for Flash. There's Flash ads running here. Very impressed with the browser overall. It's really quite accurate in the rendering and pretty speedy in terms of navigation. The zooming's not as intelligent as we've seen on some other devices, but it's not bad at all. Very readable. Double tapping doesn't zoom in and zoom out as you might expect all the time. It seems to go through levels, but still not difficult to use at all. And the fact that it works in landscape portrait mode and with both displays is really kind of cool. I'm going to activate the camera on the enV Touch by holding down the shutter button for a second. Brings it right up. Press the shutter button just a little bit. It'll get focused. Press it the rest of the way. Takes the photo. And save it. Touchscreen interface when using the external display for all the controls. Rather easy to use. Can also switch to video mode, and we take a look at resolution here, and you can see we can shoot at VGA resolution, which is pretty slick. Again, just push the button, starts recording. We're recording the video now. Press the shutter button again to stop it, or touch the on-screen control. Go back into the camera mode, and then we'll hit the button for the picture browser. See, it only works in portrait mode here though. Grab one of the pictures. Do get landscape viewing in one direction though. Just some random pictures around the office. That's the NV3 there. perfectly acceptable photo browser, nothing particularly exciting. Of course, it works a little bit differently on the internal display. A little bit easier, actually. Overall, quite nice camera experience. So that's our look at the LG VX11000 enV Touch, follow-up to the Voyager. Nice feature set. Dual 3-inch displays with 800 by 480 pixel resolution, which is really impressive. 3.5mm headphone jack, full QWERTY keyboard, touchscreen, 3.2 megapixel camera. I mean, it's really got an awful lot, and even the application functionality is quite nice. It's not a smartphone, but it's offering an awful lot of smartphone type functionality. Should be available by the time you see this video, or soon thereafter, for $149.99 from Verizon with a new 2-year contract. Again, that's the LG enV Touch. I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com.